Sin was less of a thing, more of an emotion. What? Duck shit. Oh shit. Things are about to get steamy, boys. Good evening, guys, and welcome to The Monster Inside, an audio-visual novella by Random Seed Games. Now, this is a free-to-play game I found on Steam. That's basically where I get most of my content. But it looked really cool from the screenshots, and it's not supposed to be too horribly long, so maybe we can finish this one in one sitting. I don't have anything else to say about this. It has 7 achievements to be unlocked, so let's see if I can get all of them. Let's go. Yes, it is an audio-visual novella, if any of you got confused. My head pounded, ears still ringing slightly. Some of the worst nightmares I've had in years left me feeling like I'd been punched in the jaw. But just like any other day, I dragged myself to the office. And I am in the office. There was another notice on the door from Mayor Winetti's office. Permits out of date. Didn't like me much and were trying to drown me in the paperwork. Very atmospheric. I like it. It was a slow month. Weeks since I've had any real case to work on, so I passed the time pacing the office, smoking and staring at the mirror in the corner, safely covered with an old bed sheet. But why? How can you stare at a mirror if it's covered in a bed sheet? I don't dare look at my own reflection, too afraid of what I might see. Afraid someday I might have to face what I really am. 500 pounds overweight. Probably not. The girl came in so quietly I nearly choked on my cigarette. Mister, please, you gotta help me, mister. Ooh, it's gonna be one of these. Ever heard of knocking first? Okay. Calm down now. Sit and talk slow. Okay, thanks. It's just no one will listen to me. Tell me your tale. I'm listening. I'm like Bigby Wolf, except I don't have that awesome voice. She eyed me with just a dash of suspicion as I tossed back a handful of pills and chased them with a swig of whiskey. Yeah, that's a bit of a red flag. I could know this might take a while. Her name was Lily. Told me she was his mistress. The man all over the newspapers. The infamous banker, Mr. Ringlard Farnsworth. Mr. Farnsworth was a drunk, philandering bastard, but this girl seemed genuinely concerned that he had recently gone missing. Less concerned about the fact that Mr. Farnsworth's wife had just turned up dead in Central Park 2 nights ago. Well, you don't understand. He just couldn't have done it. He hated his wife, but he couldn't have killed her. Everyone thinks it was him and no one believes me. He's gotta be in trouble. I ain't saying I believe you, but what makes you think he'd be in danger? Well, Mr. Jack. You can call me Jack, baby. Jack. Whoever did this to his wife must have been the one who took him. He would have never left without me. He promised me. Promised you what? Sure, Mr. Farnsworth promised this poor girl a lot of things. Please, the cops won't listen to me and they want to bring him on the charges. You gotta prove it wasn't him before they find him. Well, if he's been kidnapped, then that might be a bit of an issue, huh? Honestly, I doubt they're in too much of a hurry. Farnsworth had practically the entire police force in his deep pockets, probably why he hadn't found much yet. Why they hadn't found much yet. If they found him and brought him in, it would be due to public pressure. Sometimes a mob with pitchforks is more dangerous than one man with money. But only sometimes. Usually the men with money are the dangerous ones. Yeah, you've got my curiosity, but you might not like what I find. Thank you, Mr. Jack. Thank you, but please, be careful. I don't think this was just any murderer or kidnapper. I think it was a... Ooh, that's interesting. A beast. The word struck me funny, like when you jar your elbow in a hard corner. Oh, I hate that. Not a word many use these days, except in haunted whispers and bedtime stories for children. Oh, they were real enough, alright. They just got better at hiding, controlling their unseemly urges. I hadn't seen any monsters in nearly 15 years. Back when I was still a cop myself. Leave the detective work to me. Let's not jump to conclusions here. I have a feeling about it. Something tells me you can get to the bottom of it. You're good at this sort of thing. Well, I guess that's why it's my job, huh? Just kinda makes sense. Also, if you're wondering what my hair is doing today, don't ask. Sure, can't you see how busy I am with cases? I replied a little too harshly. Sarcasm wasn't my strong suit. Well, very much is mine, so keep it up, buddy. I reassured her some more and sent her on the way. I didn't want to scare her, but I warned her before she left to keep her doors locked. Call me if she saw anything suspicious. I didn't know if she was in any danger herself, but better safe than sorry. At night, I made my way down to Central Park. It was a long shot, but maybe there was something there the cops had missed. That was chapter 1. I'm liking it so far. It's very simple, very noir. That makes any sense. The scene was already picked clean by the cops days ago, but I've got a knack for finding the things others overlook. Oh, there we go. A knack, more of a symptom of a condition. Other less useful symptoms I kept in check. For the time being, my keen sense of smell would come in handy. It was faint, but I could smell it before I even approached the police line. Then was less of a thing, more of an emotion. What? Duck shit. Oh shit! Things are about to get steamy, boys. A strangely familiar smell. I expected a scent of trepidation, or maybe even outright fear, but Mrs. Farnsworth seemed to have been at the height of pleasure when she left this world. Okay. Brought new meaning to a crime of passion. Haha, quite literally. Pushing the thought from my mind, it was time to get down to business. Let's investigate the scene. Muddy footprints everywhere. Difficult to pick out anything from the prints of the cops. The cops left in their haste. But cops don't wear $2,000 pairs of Carquinos. Yeah, they probably don't. Cop pay is not nearly good enough for that. It looked like Mr. Farnsworth was there that night and walked away on his own 2 feet. Let's investigate more. There's some scratch marks. Oh no, a burnt mark on a nearby tree caught my eye. I ran my finger along its length and felt a chill down my spine. This wasn't just any burnt mark. This was the mark of an ancient magic. It's doubtful the cops would have picked up on it. Could Lily have been right? Something unnatural was at play here. Oh, is this... Okay, this is cool. It's getting more cool by the minute. It's gonna have monsters and magic. But that was no stranger to the strange. After looking around for a while longer, I realized the park had given up all it was hiding from me. I trudged back to my apartment, and my head hit my pillow like it owed me money. Next chapter. There are 7 chapters, I think. Next morning, I was reeling from another bout of ghoulish nightmares. I tried to hide my discomfort when I saw Lily was already sitting outside of my office. She waited wordlessly as I unlocked the door and ripped down another notice from the mayor's office. Motioned for her to step inside, seemingly afraid of what I might say. She finally worked up the courage to ask. So what did you find? You had some good news. Farnsworth might still be alive. I probably shouldn't have given her that false hope like that, but she seemed like she really needed something to hold on to right then. She didn't need to know about the mark on the tree. Yeah, probably not. How do you know that? Where is he? Found his footprints. Seemed like he got away safely. My tone was indifferent towards her as I turned and grabbed a bottle from my desk drawer. The dryness in my throat made it difficult to swallow my meds. Yeah, I'd imagine, like, you should probably drink that with, like, water or something. But, you don't know where he went. You think the news this morning is related? What news do you mean? Haven't you heard? Nope, rough night followed by a rough morning. They found the police chief's wife's dead. Whoa, by the docks. Said it happened last night. Let me guess. Chief Amado was missing too? My face might have betrayed a hint of satisfaction as she confirmed my suspicion, but it faded quickly. Amado was a shit cop and a shit chief. He was half the reason why I left the force. Now his wife was dead, and I had more questions than I did the day before. That is interesting. The gears in my head scratched a spin, which wasn't helped by the splitting pain in my temples. I told Lily I needed time to work, and she left slightly dejected, wanting more answers than I could provide. The night after the cops had cleaned out the docks, I would slip down to see what I could uncover concerning Mrs. Amado's ultimately demise. Ooh, let's go. The cold air smelled strongly of salt and oil and... be. That smell again, like someone had bottled a pure arousal and used it as perfume. Hit me like a long forgotten memory, but the sensual fume soon gave way to a rush of adrenaline. I knew exactly what the scent reminded me of, and that scared me more than not knowing. I looked down at my hands shaking. The nightmares, the headaches. Better now. I was better now, reformed. Had to focus. No jumping to conclusions. Follow the evidence. Pain. Red Phoenix. Oh, bro, never mind. Red Phoenix cigarettes. Same shitty brand I smoke every day. Everyone's got their vice. It's exactly like Bigby. There, just there, the smallest piece of purple fabric. Torn and caught in the splinter of a board. Police report didn't say anything about Mrs. Amano wearing purple. It was certainly of a quality that you wouldn't expect down here. Don't see too many high society types around flaunting royal purple threads. I pulled out of my own pack of reds and lit up. I could already feel another headache coming out, but looking out over the waves seemed to help me forget. Cold helped me push down the uncomfortable thoughts that had been bubbling at the top of my brain. After 5, boys. Honestly, don't remember the walk back to the office. But I spent the night in my easy chair. The air from the docks lingered on my clothes. It was still dark out. No, I checked the clock. How long had I been out? Had I really slept through the entire next day? A newspaper was sitting under the door. As I stood to fetch it, I nearly fell over. A wave of nausea hit me like a ton of bricks. I steadied myself and regained my composure. Before I even picked up the paper, I could already read the headline. Breaking: Mayor missing, wife found dead. We have a serial killer on our hands. 2 cases is a coincidence. 3 is a pattern. I think 2 can be a pattern as well, just saying. Cops would come asking questions soon. They knew I had a history of antagonizing all the victims. I stumbled to my desk and slammed back. 3 days worth of inhibitor pills. Couldn't take any chances. Had to investigate the scene to be sure. Threw on my jacket and went to the door. Lily caught me off guard on the other side. Jack, where you off to? I've been trying to reach you all day. I've just been busy. I'm off to Mrs. Vanette's crime scene. Okay, but we need to talk when you get back. Stay safe. He gave me a soft kiss on the cheek as I rushed off. Part of me wanted to stay to tell her it'd be okay, but it would be a lie. Ooh, change of music. The alley was located just behind the high-rise apartments where Mayor Vanetti and his wife lived. I could tell the police were spooked now. Crime scene was even slipperier than the last. They hadn't even bothered to submit the trash into evidence. I will sure do that. One day at least look through the dumpster. It seemed untouched. No one wants to do the dirty work. But I know how to find the good stuff. It really doesn't take long if you know what to look for. Lightweight bags usually mean someone was dumping documents. If you're lucky, they didn't bother to shred them. Jackpot. Shell companies, shady stock raids, bribes. I knew Mayor Vanetti was crooked, but this was unbelievable. And there was more. Letters between Mayor Vanetti and Chief Amado talking about me. how they were trying to get me to shut down. Didn't like me snooping around crime scenes all the time. Well, they weren't here to stop me snooping around this one. Oh wait, am I the murderer? What a cliche, am I right? The car. Benetti's car, he's still alive. Why wouldn't he have left it in his car? Didn't make any sense. I honestly wasn't too motivated to find him, but stakes were too high, and my bet was edging towards the unthinkable. I searched around for anything that might assuage my fears. I gotta descend again. It overwhelmed my other senses with undulating pleasure. It was intoxicating. Weapon used on the weak-willed. A weapon I knew all too well, though it had been many years since I had used it. Used? That was not like me? Was I being framed? It wasn't possible, was it? I was taking my inhibitors. I was reformed. But nightmares, the headaches, the memory lapses. I couldn't even trust myself. I started walking back in the alley when something shiny caught my eye. A watch. Just any watch, though. My watch. Oh. How long had my wrist been bare? Surely I dropped it when I first came down the alley. I checked the time just before I left the office, hadn't I? Or had I used the wall clock? Couldn't be sure. Couldn't be sure of anything. So I ran. Whoa. I know I ran back to the office. The cops would probably show up any minute to knock on the door and cart me away. They would put it together before long. Maybe it would be best for everyone if I simply faced my own reflection. Lily was still there waiting for me. Jack, what's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. My own ghost came back to haunt me from the past. You're not making any sense, Jack. Come sit down. No, you don't understand. You're not safe around me. I took a good last look at her as I prepared to shove her out the door. I noticed she was wearing the same thing she had when she first came to my office 3 days ago. A beautiful purple dress. Oh. Odd that I hadn't really noticed before, but it made her seem out of place. Out of time. And it was frayed around the edges, torn in places. The chair caught my fall as my knees failed me. It was you. You are the monster. Succubus. Oh, Jack. We are one and the same, you and I. We are both monsters. I'm simply more honest with myself. There's no such thing as reformation. Those pills you take only make you dull. Beasts like us should never suppress our true natures. You have incubus. I don't know the lore behind all that, so I'm not sure what that means. Those men were probably dead too. Now I figured she probably took them to her lair and harvested their seed. I don't even want to know what that means. So you've done all that just to wake me up. You could say that. It would seem enough to just have you doubt yourself. You believe you were still capable of such horrors. Which means deep down, you probably are. You can't escape it. Now I need you to complete the deed. Take my watch. Mess with my head. Oh, don't act like I didn't do you a favor. Those men hated you and let you gone. And now, they are gone. I mustered the strength to stand again, moving casually to the window by the corner. She was right about one thing. I was dull, weak compared to her. If I refused her and she attacked me, I was a dead man. Had to keep her talking. I've never met a succubus who seduces and kills women. Oh please. Such a 14th century stereotype. I don't discriminate when it comes to pleasure of the flesh. That's nice of you. But I do still need an incubus like yourself to take the tainted seed I've harvested from those awful men and planted among the fertile masses for me. I'm tired of draining my lovers just to survive. I'm ready to settle down and start a family. Ha 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 ha. That maniacal author. I positioned myself carefully, making sure she was looking in my direction. Sorry, but I'm not your guy. With a quick flick of my wrist, I whipped the old bedsheet off the corner mirror. Lily was blinded by her own reflection and sucked into the mirror with a painful monstrous scream. Trapped. Shielding my own eyes, I pulled a revolver from my desk side, aimed it at the mirror, and fired. Whoa, nice. Cool effect. And that is it, guys. We completed chapter 7. Wow. That was really short and actually really cool. Wow, that was cool. I would totally play like a full I don't know, 10-hour long version of this. It's super atmospheric. Now, granted, like, it's not a game for everyone, and I can totally see someone just being super bored if this was any longer. But to me, it was interesting, and I really enjoyed the narrative. But, you know, yeah, I can see how some people would be like, nah, this sucks. Anyways, get a new developer. That was a really cool game in my opinion. Right now I feel like I'm about to lose my voice, so I'm just gonna finish this off. There's nothing more to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to check back in for more. Now make sure to do more. I wish you all the rest of this sunny and hot as hell day. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.